At one point I was walking near about midnight, walking along the front of the ship, broad hand railing all the way around, and there was little stacks of nuts and bolts out of the engine room, old rusty nuts and bolts. Every about 10 feet long, it's about a 6 or 8 inch T-can railing. And they were, I call it cabbaging, scrounging nuts and bolts to throw at the fourth most powerful military in the world. And I looked at that, and I thought, well, they're not, and the Israelis aren't going to attack my ship. I mean, there's 60, 100 women, there's 60 journalists, there's 89-year-old patriarch of the Church of Jerusalem. It took 2 men to help him move around the ship on either shoulder. Many elderly imams, an 11-month-old child of the chief engineer, his wife. The Israelis are not going to attack the ship. They're going to board us. They're going to turn us away somehow. They're going to, in daylight, whatever. They're not going to attack at night. They're going to, be next morning. And I was going to take a picture of the nuts and bolts. And one of the IHA security people got very upset with me. It was as if I was taking a picture of a aircraft gun or something, anti-aircraft. No, he says, no pictures. I tried to say, you're crazy. This is madness. This is sort of suicide. And he didn't understand. And he ordered me inside, and he was upset with me. And I thought, well, they're not going to attack anyways. I'm just going to go downstairs and get a nap and be rested up for when they do attack at daylight. Because they're not going to attack at night. What would be the purpose? These people knew better than me. About 11:30, I was up. There's so much noise upstairs. I was alone downstairs. Nobody else down below having a nap except me. And there was so much noise upstairs. I finally got up and getting my camera ready and my hat and coat and backpack with some water in it, and thinking, well, I may as well go up there and take some pictures and this and that. And all of a sudden, the whole stern of the ship, which is about the size of this stage here, outside deck of the ship, and then there was a row of windows, and I was about from here to the wall away on the other side, getting ready, and the whole stern just lit up with flash grenades, tear gas. It was all at once, just like that. Percussion grenades. These ships have huge, heavy windows. They're designed to take anything at sea, and I could see these windows moving, flexing, with the percussion grenades and whatnot that were being heaved onto the stern of the ship. And you'll see it here. The Israelis were attacking with Zodiacs and trying to get on board from the stern. And then maybe from here on in, I'll grab a microphone. What I'll do is this isn't actually I've got handouts here. I'll get them when you ask me about it. This is on YouTube. Just Google Mavi Marmara video. You could put in the brave woman who was the producer of it, who was on board, Yara Lee, I-A-R-A, Lee, L-E-E, and you'll find it. You'll find a bunch of BS Israeli stuff as well, but because they're trying to. They actually, when this first went up on the web, the Israelis attacked the site over and over and over again until it finally got on the YouTube and they couldn't do it anymore. So now it's finally on YouTube. Nobody can take it down. So thankfully it's there. So I've got some handouts with the information about finding the film on the web. I don't know what else to say. I'll take a mic. I'll narrate it. What this is a 15-minute. Well, it's about 17 minutes. It's not the best quality because different formats. We had to use a poor quality format to match up with the computers here. But it's pretty good. I'll narrate, and then you folks can ask questions. I'll carry on afterwards, explain what happened to me after the surrender on the ship. But we can just, I'll go to Mike, we can just run through it there. Try to keep up. So quickly, because I won't be able to, this is going to go from action to action to action with nothing in between, so I won't be able to fill in what's happened as well as I usually do. Muslim prayers went on, every day, regularly. So they're having Muslim prayers. The Israelis can see this. The ship's lit up like a football stadium, and I'm not an expert on this, but I was told that people can't leave the prayers. So the Israelis attack right in the middle of Muslim prayers, 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, thinking that that will neutralize almost everybody. And they'll have a cakewalk under the ship. But the The imams were ready, and you'll see that they gave a special dispensation for people to leave prayers, and you'll see it happening. People will carry on, and some people will break off and start putting gas masks on and whatnot. So yeah, fire it up, Brandon. We'll see. Is that loud enough? So yeah, like I say, you see the kind of folks on board. Oh, it's going to do that? Oh, man. Little glitches. We're on the third deck here, at the stern. Now the Israelis have just shown up. There were about 15 of these ships. Sorry about the glitches. Maintenance is a solid hull with about 15 soldiers apiece. The main attack force was Zodiacs. You'll see them in just a moment. About a dozen, 15 heavily armed men on each ship. You'll see paintball guns. You'll see them. They have a little container on top. But you'll see pretty quickly that they weren't using paintball guns on people. So you see they're breaking up now. Life jackets all over. Again, just take note of the kind of people on board. Ihaha worker. When you see this, when you see that jacket, that means he's an official from Ihaha, the A group. Okay, I'll just talk to the glitches. Many Indonesians and Malaysians. This is a doctor working with Ihaha again. Ihaha works all over the world. They're not specifically concerned with Gaza and the Palestinians, like what the Israelis are saying. I don't need to say a word here. Who would promote an attack on a ship? Who would want an attack on a ship with a man and gentleman like this on board? These people did not want an attack on their ship. They weren't looking for a fight. Initial assault. This is what I was talking about. There was 2 Zodiacs either side of the stern of the ship. I'm right about there. They're going to try and put a metal ladder over the side. You can hear that's rubber bullets being fired. And some paintballs, but what you have mean is rubber bullets. Steel balls basically being fired. And they're firing point blank. There's a row of activists here with fire hoses and poles trying to push them away. And these guys are firing point blank at these aid workers who are trying to push the Israelis away. You see a pole come down trying to push them away. And whoever's on the end of that pole is getting pummeled by rubber bullets and these. Anyways, I don't want to call that. There was no 2 steps to this. It was silence to this. There was no hey, stop, no way. There was simply the assault. They were throwing deck chairs, they were throwing cups and saucers, stacks of plates, anything they could get their hands on. If they were prepared for a fight, they would have been throwing deck chairs out there. They would have had something more serious. Watch this. This is the ladder, the only access to the top deck, which is a 5th deck, not open to the public. The Israelis were landing a helicopter at the same moment as that initial assault on the stern. Their initial set of commandos were overwhelmed by activists. 3 were captured. That's blood. So the initial assault, the Israelis had 3 commandos captured. And all the activists are running wild. You'll see a little red dot flying around here. That's a sharpshooter in the helicopter looking for a target. That's why he's backing up.